Hi, I'm Owen Felton, the writer and director of Worm Hunger. I'm a senior film student at the University of Central Florida, and I'm about to enter production on my senior capstone film. Worm Hunger is an experimental horror film that follows Jacob, a young gay man whose fantasy of a football player he's infatuated with turns against him when his desires manifest themselves as horrific acts of violence in his dream. The film gets its title from a passage in the novel Queer by William S. Burroughs. In this passage, Burroughs describes the protagonist's desire for another man as a blind worm hunger, an overwhelming, all-consuming, almost primal desire to enter another person's body, to breathe with his lungs and see through his eyes. The term worm hunger describes a homoerotic desire so powerful that it's blinding. As a filmmaker, my personal priority is to push the boundaries of what we're used to seeing on screen. So with this film, I aim to explore more taboo topics, such as queer sexuality, through the use of dream logic, surreal atmosphere, avant-garde editing techniques, and bold horror imagery. I've written and directed both narrative and experimental films that have tackled similar themes before, but with this one I want to dial it all up to 100. I'm taking inspiration from cult classic horror films that are known for their homoerotic undertones. I'm talking Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and Brain Damage. I'll also, of course, be drawing from the radical cinema of the queer new wave pioneer Greg Araki, as well as more experimental works such as those of Kenneth like the film Fireworks. I want this to be both bloody and sexy, but also have a beautiful underlying sense of melancholy and longing. It's homoeroticism juxtaposed with violence, queer loneliness juxtaposed with the joy of discovering yourself. And all of this will be made in a very over-the-top way. And in order to do that, I'm going to need your help. This project is going to be shot entirely on 16mm film with this Bolex camera, and that can very quickly get very expensive. Between the cost of just buying the film stock, to getting it developed and scanned, to getting it sent back to me, that's already about 25% of our whole budget. But that's the price I'm willing to pay to make a film as beautiful as it possibly can be. In addition to that, there's the cost of set decoration, props, makeup, costumes, all of that to bring this vivid world to life. We also need to be able to feed our hard-working cast and crew. And finally, to get our film seen by wide audiences, we need to pay the hefty fees of film festival submissions. If you're able to, any contribution, even if it's as small as $1, will help us get one step closer to getting this film made. And for anyone who contributes, we have some fun perks available on our page. And if you can't contribute, that's completely okay too. You can still help spread the word and get this film made by sharing our campaign with everyone you know. You can also follow our journey on social media to keep up to date with our timeline and just to continue supporting us that way. Thank you so much for showing interest in our project. It truly means the world to me if you actually sat through this whole video. I can't wait to bring my vision to life and for the whole world to be able to see this film. Thank you again, and I'll see you at the movies.